What is going on, guys? It is Uncle Nick, and I'm coming back at you with another top 3 video, and this one is on the squat. So it will be the top 3 things, movements that have helped me with my squat. That being said, the biggest thing that has helped me with my squat is doing squats. You gotta do them. There's no trick or thing that you're gonna do that's gonna make your squat go up. You're gonna have to squat. That's the best way to get better at squats. The first one is pause and or pin squats. They kind of do the same thing but feel a little bit different. Number 2 is going to be banded squats. Number 3 is going to be yoke. And I'm going to elaborate on each one of those. So let's get this show on the road. Alright guys, so we're going to start with number 3, which is the yoke. Why is this on there for squats? It's a moving event. Why would I be doing it for squats? Let me tell you, nothing gets you more used to putting a shit ton of weight on your back than a yoke, because that will be the heaviest implement you ever use. Nothing's going to feel worse than trying to walk 30 feet with 900 pounds on your back. It basically gets you physically and mentally prepared of having all that weight on your back, because there's nothing like stepping under a new weight on a squat and you start shaking and shit starts getting weird. You start getting all the head pressure. You get under a yoke that's 300 pounds heavier than that, it's not going to seem so bad. And your body's going to know how to handle it a little bit better. Whoa. Alright, so now we're going to move on to number 2, which is the banded squats. Guys, so the bands are another simple thing as well, and you can set them up various different ways. You can set them up with bands going around the bar, then around dumbbells if you don't have pins to mount the bands to. We have pins, so I mount the bands actually directly to the rack. But if not, I'm sure your gym has dumbbells. So find some heavy dumbbells. As long as the dumbbells are heavier than the band tension, you will be fine. On conjugate programming, I do a lot of banded work. Deadlift, bench, squat, even overhead. And bands definitely it gives you another overload at the top, just like the yoke did. It gives you that overload when you're carrying all that weight. The bands release tension on the way down, gain tension on the way up, so it gets progressively harder. But that overload gets you used to that heavier weight, gets your body used to that heavier weight, and just makes you stronger. It makes what a squat would be more difficult. Yes, you go a little bit lighter, but unracking it feels like hell because it kind of shakes a little bit, forces you to stabilize, and really gets you active in that core, because as you go down, where that band's gonna be in relation, it's gonna kind of be pulling you forward and down at the same time. So you have to fight that band tension from folding over as well. But it is one of my favorites. It's something I continually do, and I've only seen good results from it. So let's move on to numero uno, which is the pause and or pin squat. So numero uno, and that is the pause and or pin squat. Why is this my number 1? It's a very simple reason at why this is my number 1. There's not any crazy tricks. It's the matter of that you can put a bunch of weight on your back, squat, stop and hold it for 3 to 5 seconds, and then stand back up. You get a lot of head pressure, works your core, and it's just power on demand, raw power. That is a pause rep on anything, to me, is a sign of true strength, because you actually have to stop and hold the weight and then get it moving again. So there's no momentum, it's just raw strength. And it's something I continue to do on just about every single barbell movement because it makes you stronger. It's that simple. There's no trick to this, there's no grand explanation. It's you stop with the weight, you hold it, and then get it moving again. Most of the time I've hit squat or deadlift PRs were on pause days, where I pause at like what I think is going to be my pause PR and I smoke it. I'm like, well, I got a pause PR, I'm going to go for a squat PR. The best thing I can tell you with pause and pin squats is that you want to have someone count that pause for you on the pauses. Because when you have weight on your back, you tend to count a little fast. Like 3 seconds is like 1, 2, 3. You probably don't even know what I just said, but I counted 3. Have someone standing there, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, up. That's simple. And the pins you can set at different heights. So if there's like a sticking point in your squat, you can set the pin to that height, go down to the pin, touch, don't completely unload the weight on the pin and come out from under the bar. Touch the pin, hold it, and then drive back up. So you can adjust fire onto where that sticking point is with the pin squats. That's why they're up there with the pause squats, because to me, it is a type of pause. You're working a certain point in your squat and building that strength in that dead zone. For me, that's somewhere right in the middle. That's where I start to fold, and my butt shoots out behind me, and then it turns into a squat morning. And you've seen me do that before. Probably. And with the pin squats, you can start at the pausing point and come up, or go out of the rack, go down to the pausing point, and then come up. It doesn't matter, whatever works for you. I switch it up, I do both. I like to keep my training very dynamic and changing directions all the time to keep my body guessing. That is about it for this video. I will catch you guys later in the week. I hope these help you. Give them a shot. If you have any questions, comment below. Until next time, guys, you know what the deal is. Get out there, get after it, and embrace the suck.